Good morning, America. For our viewers in the West, a new wave of attacks overnight. U.S. fighter jets shot down by friendly fire, and the threat here at home. Breaking news on the massive attack on Iran. Overnight, 3 American fighter jets shot down by friendly fire. Video seen of an American F-15 falling from the sky over Kuwait. The Americans ejected safely. As new details emerge about the first American casualties, at least 4 service members killed, others severely wounded. The president now with this stark warning.
Sadly, there will likely be more.
This morning, the moment the Supreme Leader's compound was hit, killing the Ayatollah. More than 40 of Iran's top leaders taken out as well.
Striking back. Iran hitting countries across the Middle East, targeting U.S. military bases. The world's biggest airport hit. Even luxury hotels. Americans told to shelter in place. Now this morning, the new intelligence and why what they're calling Operation Epic Fury moved up.
Overnight, the president landing back at the White House as the administration faces questions about why it launched this major-scale assault now. Secretary Hegseth speaking at the Pentagon this morning.
Iran was building powerful missiles and drones to create a conventional shield for their nuclear blackmail ambitions. Let me say that again. A conventional shield for their nuclear blackmail ambitions. Our bases, our people, our allies, all in their crosshairs.
And the chairman of the Joint Chiefs with new details on the final go order.
The president directed, and I quote, Operation Epic Fury is approved. No aborts. Good luck.
We have team coverage with the shockwaves across the region and in Washington. What the war could mean for oil and gas prices and the threat level putting authorities on high alert across our nation.
Deadly shooting here at home. Authorities investigating a possible connection to terror after a rampage in Texas. 2 people dead, 14 others injured, what authorities have now found.
One-on-one with Christina Applegate in an emotional interview, sharing never-before-told stories about her personal life.
They feel alone. I felt alone.
Including what she describes as an abusive relationship that made her fear for her life. There's a lot of women that are going to read that and say, thank you. Only on GMA.
Sinners can do no wrong.
This ride has been unbelievable.
Michael B. Jordan's big win as the whole cast takes home the top prize at the Actor Awards overnight. Plus, the adorable moment on the carpet. And the other major wins with just 13 days until the Academy Awards. Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Monday. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America. Let's get right to the breaking news in the war with Iran. 3 U.S. fighter jets were shot down by friendly fire. The pilots are okay. Iran has been launching retaliation strikes across the Gulf.
The U.S. and Israel launched the second day of airstrikes and bombings after killing the supreme leader and reportedly decimating Iran's top leadership while hitting thousands of targets across the country.
President Trump now weighing in on all of it, speaking directly to ABC News. We have team coverage this morning, beginning with Chief Foreign Correspondent Ian Pannell there in Tel Aviv for us. Good morning, Ian.
Yeah, good morning, Robin. The fire that began with a US-Israeli strike on Iran Saturday now spreading throughout this region. Almost every country in the Middle East now dragged into a conflict that the president warns could last weeks, one that is now exacting a toll on US forces. This morning, as America and Israel's massive attack on Iran intensifies, 3 American F-15E Strike Eagle fighter jets were downed in a friendly fire incident in Kuwait. One jet seen with smoke and fire coming from the back as it falls from the sky in a spin, a parachute visible in the distance floating to safety. All of the 6 crew members survived. The Pentagon confirming the jets shot down by Kuwaiti Air Defense Systems, saying it's investigating. And now we're learning more about the first American casualties. At least 4 American service members killed in an Iranian attack in Kuwait, another 5 severely injured. President Trump responding to the news in a new video posted to social media.
We grieve for the true American patriots who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation, even as we continue the righteous mission for which they gave their lives.
Adding this ominous warning.
Sadly, there will likely be more. Before it ends, that's the way it is. Likely be more.
Amid the escalating conflict, Trump also saying the joint operation could last up to 4 weeks. And this morning, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth and Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff Dan Kane sharing new details on the operation dubbed Epic Fury.
We fight to win. We fight to achieve the objectives the President of the United States has laid out, and we will do so unapologetically.
Kane describing the first hours of the assault.
More than 100 aircraft launched from land, sea, fighters, tankers, airborne early warning, electronic attack, bombers from the States, and unmanned platforms, forming a single synchronized wave.
The Pentagon saying more U.S. forces will be headed to the region.
This rapid buildup of forces demonstrated the joint forces' ability to adapt and project power at the time and place of our nation's choosing.
This is the moment in the first wave of the attack that officials say the 86-year-old Ayatollah was killed, along with several of the top leadership. The US deploying an array of high-scale military assets, including B-2 stealth bombers armed with 2,000-pound bombs. The president saying multiple Iranian Navy ships were also destroyed, sinking into the water, claiming Iran's top military leaders want to surrender.
The entire military command is gone as well, and many of them want to surrender into saving their lives. They want immunity.
Iran saying at least 555 people in the country have been killed, and the death toll rising. More than 150, according to state media, in an airstrike on a girls' school in the southern city of Minab. Verified videos also showing damage to a hospital in Tehran, shattered glass strewn across the floor. Iran's promised retaliation immediate and furious, launching a fierce assault on US bases around the region, including Bahrain and Israel. Meanwhile, inside Iran, some celebrating the Ayatollah's death, while thousands take to the street, some chanting "Death to America." Questions now mounting about what's next for Iran's people and the regime. George asking Iran's foreign minister on This Week.
Who's in charge of Iran right now?
There is a procedure set in our constitution that when we lose the supreme leader, there would be a new one elected by the Assembly of Experts. And now we have started the procedure.
Well, a couple of developments. Firstly, Israel opening up a second front in Lebanon after strikes by Hezbollah. Many feared that. Secondly, inside Iran, you now have this leadership council effectively running things. Although the structures of power have been disrupted, they are still intact. And despite President Trump saying the Iranians want to negotiate, Ali Larijani, the head of the Supreme National Security Council, today saying very explicitly, we will not negotiate with the United States. George.
And the strikes have expanded. Okay, and thanks very much. Let's bring in our military analyst, Steve Ganyard. I want to talk about the friendly fire incident, Steve. Thank goodness the pilots are okay, the crew is okay, but how could something like this happen?
The fog and friction of war, George. As you know, Kuwait is right up against Iran, and Kuwait has been getting pummeled in the past few days. There's a tanker on fire, the U.S. Embassy has been hit, the airport has been hit, and so no doubt the troops in Kuwait are on high alert. They're pressured to prevent these attacks. So different country, different language, different equipment, things can go wrong. Oftentimes, the Patriot missile system can be put on automatic. If it goes on automatic and it doesn't see the transponders, the electronic signal coming from the jets that match up what it thinks it ought to be, it will automatically fire missiles. That's the best guess right now, but it's the fog and friction of war.
The military clearly prepared for attacks on U.S. bases. One of the things we've seen, though, Iran also attacking lots of civilian targets.
Yeah, I think it's the level of desperation that occurred so quickly, probably more quickly than people anticipated. So there's no military targets in Dubai, and they're hitting luxury hotels in Dubai. So the more concerning things are the economic targets. So we've seen today that one of the largest refineries in Saudi Arabia, the LNG facility in Qatar, have been hit. They've been shut down. This is going to affect world markets. So the desperation here came faster probably than anybody anticipated, but clearly the gloves are off with Iran.
Yeah, we're already seeing oil prices spike. Okay, Steve, thanks very much. Michael?
All right, thank you so much, George. And the attack is causing shockwaves across the Middle East. With civilians caught in the crossfires, Iran fires back at American allies and bases. Chief international correspondent James Longman is in Istanbul. Good morning, James.
Yeah, good morning, Michael. Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu might want to reshape the Middle East, but the cost is growing higher for virtually every one of Iran's neighbours. Tehran has kept up a near relentless drone and missile attack.
Iran is widening the scope of its response this morning. Neighbours across the region dragged into the chaos. Iranian missiles and drones have now struck at least 10 countries in the Middle East and Mediterranean. Civilian targets caught in the crossfire. The Fairmont Hotel in Dubai struck. Dubai and Abu Dhabi, major tourism destinations and financial hubs in the United Arab Emirates, now on essential lockdown. Dark plumes of smoke spiralling alongside sparkling skyscrapers. A global aviation shock as airports across this region also hit. Dubai International, the busiest in the world, is now paralyzed after being targeted multiple times. Video online shows smoke filling the terminals. All this leaving some visiting Americans stranded, like Christy Elmer and her partner Matt, who travelled to Dubai for business. They aren't sure when they'll be able to get home.
We had a very long night, a lot of explosions, a lot of warnings, a lot of jet sounds.
Some Americans are also trying to get out of Israel as Iran's retaliatory strikes there ramp up. Former Team USA basketball player Destiny Littleton, who plays professionally in Israel, says she's desperate to get back to the States.
You can hear the interceptor missiles, blow up the missiles coming towards us. And that was very scary. We're in survival mode.
US allies in the Gulf and in Europe are not directly involved in these attacks. Most US allies are calling for de-escalation, but with every drone, every missile, the risk of a wider war creeps closer. Robin?
That is the case, James. Thank you. President Trump says the assault on Iran could last weeks, but there are many questions the administration has not yet answered. Chief White House correspondent Mary Bruce is there at the White House with more. Good morning to you, Mary.
Good morning, Robin. And we are now 3 days into this campaign, and President Trump has yet to fully make the case for this war to the American people, even after American lives have been lost. There are still big questions about why the U.S. is acting now and what comes next. Overnight, President Trump returning to Washington, ignoring questions from reporters after launching a new war with Iran. Instead, Trump stopping to inspect new statues of the founding fathers in the Rose Garden.
Can you talk to us about Iran, Mr. President?
The president has yet to make a robust case for war to explain why Iran presented an imminent threat to the U.S. He has been adamant that U.S. strikes last June wiped out Iran's nuclear program and said it would take years for them to rebuild. But now he insists without evidence that rebuild of their nuclear program was happening fast. And shortly after the strikes began, he made clear his goal to topple the supreme leader. But he has not explained what comes next. Among the options, he suggested that the remaining leadership could stay in place, or a new leader could come to power, and he's urging the Iranian people to take over their government.
Be brave, be bold, be heroic, and take back your country. America is with you.
But Trump has long said the U.S. should not be in the business of regime change and vowed not to lead the U.S. into foreign conflicts.
I'm not going to start a war. I'm going to stop wars.
But now, in a change of tone, he says Iran cannot be allowed to, quote, extort the world, and that this military campaign is America's duty.
We're undertaking this massive operation not merely to ensure security for our own time and place, but for our children and their children, just as our ancestors have done for us many, many years ago. This is the duty and the burden of a free people.
The president launched the operation from his Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida, while nearby Trump supporters gathered for a fundraiser. Trump dropping by to mingle with guests in this video obtained by the Daily Mail before returning to the war room. Hours later, Trump seen here watching the operation unfold alongside Chief of Staff Susie Wiles, CIA Director John Ratcliffe, and the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan Kane, out of uniform mapping out the strikes. Trump now says the operation could last 4 to 5 weeks, but he did not seek congressional authorization for this campaign. Still, many top Republicans in Congress giving their seal of approval.
The mothership of terrorism is sinking. The captain is dead.
But other Republicans voicing concerns. Congressman Thomas Massie of Kentucky saying this is not America first. The Constitution requires a vote, and your representative needs to be on record as opposing or supporting this war. Democrats sounding the alarm.
There was simply no basis to go in with this massive military campaign with the goal of regime change.
Now, the administration is set to brief congressional leaders later today and the full Congress tomorrow, but Democrats are demanding that this war be put to a vote. The House is expected to take up a war powers resolution later this week, but it is unlikely that will become law. Meanwhile, here at the White House, the president still has no plans to field questions from the press or formally address the nation to make his case for war. George.
Okay, Mary, thanks. The president did speak to our chief Washington correspondent, John Karl, overnight. John joins us right now. John, you know, President promised to keep the United States out of foreign wars, but at this point, no modern president has ordered more military strikes against more countries than Donald Trump.
And I have to tell you, George, as I spoke to the president, he sounded to me like a president who feels invincible. He talked about the military strike he ordered last summer against the nuclear program in Iran. He talked about the operation to take out Nicolas Maduro in Venezuela and what he sees as a wildly successful attack now underway against Iran. He told me, quote, "Nobody could have done this but me, and you know that." In fact, George, he suggested that the success in Venezuela made him less likely to accept concessions in Iran that were offered in the final round of talks. He told me that a year ago he would have accepted what the Iranians offered, but, quote, "We have become spoiled."
But the president didn't offer a lot of clarity on what comes next.
No, he told me that he had been in touch with one member of the regime. He wouldn't say who it was, one surviving member. He suggested that before the strikes, he had identified possible candidates within the Iranian government who could take over the way Delcy Rodriguez did after Maduro was taken out in Venezuela. But he said the attack was so successful, it knocked out most of the candidates. It's not going to be anybody that we were thinking of because they are all dead. Second or third place is dead. As for how long this is going to go on, he said it could be he said he was planning for 4 or 5 weeks, could be longer, could be shorter.
And it's pretty clear this is personal for the president.
Well, look, in 2024, while Biden was president, U.S. intelligence believed that Iran was plotting to kill then-candidate Donald Trump. The Secret Service beefed up his security detail. Other precautionary measures were taken. That experience was clearly on his mind as he ordered the attack that killed the supreme leader. He told me, "I got him before he got me. They tried twice. Well, I got him first."
John Karl, thanks, brother.
Right there. We're going to bring in our chief global affairs correspondent, Martha Raddatz. And Martha, what have you learned about how the U.S. and Israeli intelligence for this operation? How were they able to take out so much of Iran's top leadership?
Robin, they really had incredible intelligence. They had been tracking the Ayatollah for months, watching his pattern of life, where he would go, what he would do. He had often spent time underground in bunkers, hiding out, changing locations as often as possible. But clearly, he let his guard down. There was that daytime attack, and that's what threw him. The United States decided to attack in the daytime. He was above ground in his home office at that compound, it is believed, and that is how they managed to find him, just keeping really close track of him. Guys?
Always appreciate your insight and reporting, Martha. Thank you.
All right, yes, we do. Coming up, investigators look for a possible link to terror after the deadly shooting here at home. Stay right there. We'll be right back on this very busy Monday morning here on GMA.
Welcome back. We're following the breaking news on the war with Iran this morning. Strikes are widening, sending shockwaves across the Middle East. We're going to have more from the region and Washington coming up. And Will has more headlines.
Yeah, good morning, George. We have a lot to get to today. And here's what's new at 7:30. Beginning with all eyes on the market. Stock prices falling, oil prices rising about 10% overnight after the U.S. attacks on Iran. Much more on that economic impact here at home. Coming up just ahead, breaking at 8. And 4 people were stabbed, one fatally, in what appears to be a road rage incident in Virginia. The drivers of 2 cars pulled over following a collision on the Capitol Beltway. One of the drivers got out and stabbed people in the other car. Responding police opened fire on that suspect and killed him. We're now in the second month of the search for Nancy Guthrie. The FBI has gathered as much as 10,000 hours of video to search through, and potential DNA evidence is still being examined. The agency moved its command post to Phoenix. The Sheriff's Department is refocusing resources, but the investigation is ongoing. And take a look at this. Firefighters in Texas rescuing two people whose hot air balloon got caught in a communications tower more than 900 feet in the air. They were left dangling in the balloon's basket for nearly 2 hours as rescuers had to climb the tower in windy conditions, but thankfully they were rescued. No one was injured. A harrowing scene there.
That'd be a scary 2 hours. All right, well, glad no one's hurt. Thank you. Appreciate that. Now to new details about the deadly mass shooting at a Texas bar early Sunday. Authorities looking at a possible connection to terrorism. John Quiones joins us from Austin. Good morning, John.
Well, Michael, it's been a long 30 hours here in Austin. Investigators trying to figure out what drove one man to open fire just outside this restaurant, right onto that patio, in fact, shooting 17 people who were just out trying to have a good time on a Saturday night.
This morning, authorities searching for the motive behind a deadly shooting rampage in Texas. According to sources, the alleged shooter named Jaga Jania, shown in this photo obtained by ABC News, wearing clothing referencing both Allah and Iran.
There were indicators that on the subject and in his vehicle that indicate potential nexus to terrorism.
The 53-year-old alleged shooter was a naturalized U.S. citizen originally from Senegal. The shooting began shortly before 2 a.m. Sunday around Buford's Beer Garden on 6th Street, located on a popular strip in downtown Austin.
You know, I saw people around me getting hit, and that's when I kind of realized like it was like targeted at us, like as in the crowd.
According to authorities, the suspect drove around the block several times before firing out the window.
He never entered the bar. Like I said, he drove by, was firing outside the window with a pistol.
He then parked his car and reemerged with a rifle. This video appearing to show the moment the suspect is gunned down by police. Nathan Como took that video.
They saved a lot of people by catching the shooter right before he got back to the bar.
The shooting leaving 2 people dead and 14 others injured.
There is no question in my mind that the quick response of the police officers and of our EMS personnel and those professionals made a difference and saved lives.
Overnight, investigators raided the home of the alleged shooter just 30 minutes north of here, and we're told that inside his apartment, they found an Iranian flag and pictures of Iranian leaders. Michael?
All right, John, thank you for that. You know, the Austin shooting and the attack in Iran are raising concerns about potential threats here at home. Chief Justice Correspondent Pierre Thomas is in Washington for us. Good morning, Pierre.
Michael, good morning. Sources tell me that in addition to wearing a T-shirt with the Iranian flag, the FBI has also recovered evidence suggesting that the suspect supported Iranian leadership and the regime's ideology. If true, this is precisely the kind of assault that U.S. law enforcement is most worried about at this time. An attack by an Iranian sympathizer, potentially with no direct ties to the regime, using a simple weapon like a gun against a soft target. And while the lone wolf scenario is a deep concern, it's not the only threat from Iran U.S. officials are concerned about. The U.S. is also looking at the possibility that Iran or its proxies like Hezbollah or Hamas have operatives inside the U.S. And the FBI is stepping up surveillance of people here suspected of working on behalf of Iran. There have been a number of Iranian-inspired plots, including one to kill President Trump and another one to kidnap an author who had been critical of the regime. So Iran clearly has aspirations to operate inside the U.S., and there is all kinds of potential spin-off violence that U.S. officials are worrying about as well, including ISIS, Al-Qaeda, and other terror organizations trying to exploit U.S. tensions with Iran. And there's also the threat of cyber attacks by Iran. It's a very tense moment, Michael.
Yeah, you're right about that. A lot of tension, Pierre. Thank you so much. We're going to have much more on the war in Iran coming up in our next hour.
And Robin, you spoke to Christina Applegate about her new memoir, You with the Sad Eyes.
You just never know. You never know what somebody is experiencing. It was a very emotional interview. She shares her life's most difficult moments in the book, going back to her childhood, and she told me just how difficult it was to reflect on those parts of her life.
Well, Dad, I guess this is au revoir.
From her role as the lovable, ditzy Kelly Bundy in the sitcom Married with Children to the furious, grieving Jen Harding in the series Dead to Me.
Jeff and I can't imagine what you're going through. Well, it's like if Jeff got hit by a car and died suddenly and violently.
As an actor, Christina Applegate has been a household name for nearly 5 decades.
That name is a product. It's a pretty name. It's not the person that I am at home.
Now, Christina is sharing never-before-told stories about her personal life in her new memoir, You with the Sad Eyes, revealing details from her tumultuous childhood growing up in Laurel Canyon, California, told from her most intimate diary entries.
Madness pounding in my brain. Why? I don't know. Will you please hold me because I'm insane and I don't know what to do? How can I be happy one moment and feel like dying in the other?
What was it like for you to reflect on your life as you did?
Really hard. Those things that I wrote in those diaries and my journals were locked in a box. I never wanted anyone to see them. And for some reason, I was like, all right, let's open it up.
What made you change your mind?
Because I know there's a lot of people who have been abused and really hard times, and I just felt like I'm here for you.
One of those times, what Christina says was an abusive relationship, which left her fearing for her life.
I remember him sitting there. I remember how scary he was. It was, look at my hands. I can't, it's hard to talk about.
There's so many women who find themselves in that situation, and people are like, why did you stay?
You're told a lie. He said, no one's ever going to love you the way I love you. And at some point, you're either so scared or you just believe it, that you're not worthy enough for any other kind of love. I really, really, really feel so deeply that I wanted to share, because I know how many women get themselves into an abusive relationship, and society says, like, well, I'm a strong woman. I would have gotten out. No, you know what? No.
There's a lot of women that are going to read that and think, thank you.
And they freaking DM me, let's talk about it. There's people going through some dark crap all the time, and they feel alone. I felt alone.
When did you stop feeling alone?
I still feel alone. In the sense that, there's this whole thing that we all want to feel understood. What does that feeling of being understood feel like? I don't know. I'd like to just feel less alone.
Christina also revealing the impact her character Kelly Bundy had on her confidence. Although Kelly was what she calls the exemplar of female beauty, Christina was struggling to uphold that image.
As my fame grew, my self-esteem shrank. I wish someone would notice. But when you're a celebrity, your life looks like a cakewalk. My sad eyes were crying, but no one could see.
During that time, it contributed to your eating disorder.
Yeah.
You write about that because you had to fit into, you said if you ate a grape, you'd be able to see it in the...
It's like popping out.
How did that mess with you?
It was awful. It was like the standard that I placed upon myself. And then it became so psychological and so screwed up, and it's 20 years of my life that I didn't eat.
There's something that you wrote in your book, and I want to share it. You write, I thought my face was mediocre at best. I worked on my body so hard, but I was never satisfied. Can you describe what you were going through more at that time?
I don't know why we can't find self-love. It's such a crazy thing that, my daughter said to me when we were leaving, you look so beautiful, Mom. Why can't we see our freaking beauty, regardless of things? And, we don't see what other people see, and it's really devastating. There's such a false narrative that's happening that this idea to be perfect. And what is perfect?
And for Christina, navigating this early childhood trauma came with an additional concern. In an eerie foreshadowing, Christina writes in her journal,
Hope the underlying effect that stress has on one will not result negatively in the future.
And she really feels that stress contributed to her MS, and we're going to have more of the interview tomorrow where she's going to talk about that. And I've known her for many, many years. She was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2008, came here and talked with us about that, and in 2021 with MS. And you feel like you know somebody, but reading, and I've read lots of memoirs, she really, because she kept detailed diaries since she was a youngster, and to relive that and go back to that. But her hope is that it will resonate with folks, not make people feel alone, as she has felt. Her daughter, Sadie, teenage daughter, was there at the interview, and she just kept looking over at her. That's her focus right now. But we really get into much more tomorrow about the MS and things, and how she's doing right now.
Yeah. So much was learned in just that little bit. All right, thank you, Robin. Now at our play of the day, and an incredible season for one women's basketball team. There you have the story.
I sure do. Good morning to you. So March is here. That means the madness is upon us. And heading into the tournament, the UConn women's Huskies are celebrating an undefeated season. This is their 11th undefeated in regular season history. And it all went down last night when they took down St. John's, and in a big way, 85-45. That win, also their 47th consecutive victory. That means they are now tied for the 5th longest winning streak in women's Division I basketball history. Legendary coach Gino Auriemma telling the team they should feel really good about these accomplishments, but not so fast. There's still work to be done. So it's right back onto the practice court as the Huskies prep for the Big East Women's Tournament. That starts Friday night, and they are the defending champs there, looking to become back-to-back champs. We will be watching. We'll have it all for you guys.
The consistency of excellence.
Wow.
And you see all the great players come, and then they still keep on.
All right, Gino, you got him. Gino Auriemma. Coming up, big wins for Michael B. Jordan and Sinners overnight as we count down, the Oscars, Lara.
It's coming.
Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. Breaking news in the massive attack on Iran. Overnight, 3 American fighter jets shot down by friendly fire. Video seen of an American F-15 falling from the sky over Kuwait. The Americans ejecting safely. As new details emerge about the first American casualties, the president now with this stark warning.
Sadly, there will likely be more. Before it ends, that's the way it is. Likely be more.
This morning, the moment the Supreme Leader's compound was hit. Iran hitting countries across the Middle East, targeting U.S. military bases. The world's biggest airport hit. Americans told to shelter in place. Overnight, the president landing back at the White House as the administration faces questions about why it launched this major-scale assault now.
More than 10 years after the viral hashtag #OscarsSoWhite, how the social media campaign ignited change.
The 2 very most important questions are whose story is being told and who is telling the story.
And what the future of the movement looks like.
I know I'm no Superman.
And it's a super morning with 2 of our favorite TV doctors.
Turk! JD!
Zach Braff and Donald Faison are here talking about the return of Scrubs. And they're saying,
Good morning, America.
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Monday. Good morning, America. Good morning, everybody. We have a lot to get to this hour, starting with our top story, the war in Iran. 3 U.S. fighter jets were shot down by friendly fire. The pilots are okay, and the strike's widening after Iran's supreme leader was killed.
That's because Iran has launched retaliation strikes against the region, across the region, and this morning we have new details about the first American casualties. So let's go back to Chief Foreign Correspondent Ian Pannell in Tel Aviv for us. Good morning again, Ian.
Yeah, good morning, Robin. From a region that is reeling from the US-Israeli strikes on Iran, the turmoil spreading almost across every single country in this region. They've now been dragged into a conflict that the president warns could last weeks, and one that is now exacting a toll on US forces. This morning, as America and Israel's massive attack on Iran intensifies, 3 American F-15E Strike Eagle fighter jets were downed in a friendly fire incident in Kuwait. One jet seen with smoke and fire coming from the back as it falls from the sky in a spin. A parachute visible in the distance floating to safety. All of the 6 crew members survived. The Pentagon confirming the jets shot down by Kuwaiti Air Defense Systems, saying it's investigating. And now we're learning more about the first American casualties. At least 4 American service members killed in an Iranian attack in Kuwait, another 5 severely injured. President Trump responding to the news in a new video posted to social media.
We grieve for the true American patriots who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation, even as we continue the righteous mission for which they gave their lives.
Adding this ominous warning.
Sadly, there will likely be more. Before it ends, that's the way it is. Likely be more.
And this morning, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth and Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff Dan Kane sharing new details on the operation dubbed Epic Fury.
We fight to win. We fight to achieve the objectives the President of the United States has laid out, and we will do so unapologetically.
Iran saying at least 555 people in the country have been killed, and the death toll rising. Iran's promised retaliation immediate and furious, launching a fierce assault on US bases around the region, including Bahrain and Israel. Well, Michael, 2 other developments to bring you. Firstly, Israel opening up a second front in Lebanon after incoming rockets from Iranian proxy Hezbollah inside Lebanon. Iran now being ruled by this interim council involving the president and 2 others. They will then vote on a new supreme leader. But despite all the destruction, despite all the attacks, the key pillars of power appear to be still intact. Ali Larijani effectively ruling out any kind of negotiations with the United States, despite the president saying they want to talk. Michael?
Yeah, it seems this is just getting started, Ian. Thank you. We're going to turn now to more on the president's decision to strike Iran now. Our senior political correspondent, Rachel Scott, is in Washington for us. Good morning, Rachel.
Michael, good morning to you. And the president had been insisting for months that Iran's nuclear program was completely obliterated last June. And so it raises the question of why strike now? I spoke to the president on Saturday when he was at Mar-a-Lago. He was meeting with his military leaders, he told me. And he told me that he believed that Iran was a threat because they were rebuilding their nuclear program. Sources tell me that the president's envoys, Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner, had informed the president last Thursday that the talks with Iran had taken a turn for the worse and that they weren't serious about the negotiations. The president soon after making the decision to move forward with this operation. We are told the CIA had been tracking the supreme leader for months, following the patterns of his life. When they learned that there would be a top meeting of military leaders Saturday with the Ayatollah, we are told that the timing of the attack was then moved up. But there are still some big questions this morning on what exactly comes next. The president said the conflict with Iran would last for 4 to 5 weeks. He told me that he has a beautiful plan, but he has not laid that out to the American people on what exactly that is, Michael.
Yeah, at that time, 4 or 5 weeks, you never know. We've seen Ukraine, and we thought that was going to be quick as well. All right, Rachel, thank you so much. And, you know, the oil prices jumped after the attack, and gas prices are expected to follow. Transportation correspondent Gio Benitez has more for us on that. Good morning, Gio.
Hey, Michael, Robin, good morning to you. Yeah, this morning we're learning that Iranian drones took aim at Saudi Arabia's biggest refinery. They were intercepted, debris raining down, though. This as we learn that some oil companies in the region are halting production, and the impact is already being felt. Oil prices spiking this morning, now about 11% higher in U.S. trading at more than $72 a barrel. This comes as tanker traffic in the Strait of Hormuz, where we see the movement of 20 million barrels of oil per day, is reportedly at a standstill right now. As far as what this means at the pump, right now, the national average is sitting at $2.99 a gallon. But the experts over at Gas Buddy, they tell us that that could be above $3 as early as today. And that'll be the first time we see that so far this year. Gas Buddy also says that the national average is likely to reach $3.10 to $3.15 a gallon within a week or two, then up to $3.20 to $3.25 within 2 to 3 weeks. That's not a huge jump, and it's kind of in line with those seasonal hikes that we tend to see as we start shifting away from winter, but it is definitely something to watch here. Now, at the end of the day, the price of oil depends on how long the fighting continues. This part of the world actually accounts for 20% of the global oil supply, so we're going to keep following this.
20%,
here.
okay.
20%.
The impact from this attack is going to be far-reaching.
Yeah,
all right,
absolutely.
Gio. Our thanks to you. Coming up on our GMA Morning Menu, it's been over 10 years since the hashtag Oscars So White sparked a movement online. We look at the progress that's been made in Hollywood.
Also ahead, women-run businesses ruling deals and steals this morning. Tori Johnson is here, and it's 50% off everything.
Plus, Maggie Gyllenhaal and Jesse Tyler Ferguson. Whoa, look at that duo. They are here live with us. He's taking the stage as one of America's best-known authors. She's putting a new twist on a classic horror. And Larry, you have two special guests.
Yeah, so we're just here talking because the TV doctors are back, you guys. Scrubs, so happy it's back. Zach Braff, Donald Faison, here to tell us all about the reboot. It is so good. You're going to love it, and we love you guys. Thanks for being here. We'll have it coming up on GMA.
We are back now with our GMA cover story, the hashtag that changed the Oscars. It's been over a decade since Oscars So White began trending in response to the 2015 Academy Award nominations. Now ABC News contributor Kelly Carter joins us to look at how that social media trend started a movement. Good morning to you, Kelly.
Good morning, Robin. So in 2016, in the aftermath of that very viral hashtag the year earlier, the voting body of the Academy was dramatically overhauled. But in the decades since, have those changes resulted in progress? Let's take a look. It was the hashtag that sparked a movement. Activist and writer April Reign's sentiment echoing through Hollywood as pressure mounted for recognition and inclusion of more diverse nominees.
When I think about Oscars So White, it is not about the statuettes. It is about providing opportunities for underrepresented, under-resourced communities to tell their own stories.
Leading the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences to dramatically overhaul its membership, nearly doubling the voting body.
Yes, I created the hashtag, but we couldn't see the changes within the industry that we have seen if there wasn't a groundswell of support of fellow audience members like me who want to see change.
In the last decade, we've seen an uptick in diverse winners. Director Chloe Zhao, Best Supporting Actor Daniel Kaluuya, Best Supporting Actress Ariana DeBose, Original Screenwriter Cord Jefferson, the first Korean winner, Yoo Jung-un, and the Best Picture winner, Parasite, which was the first non-English language film to capture that prize.
We have to remember, it was the 12th Academy Awards that Hattie McDaniel won an Oscar.
The Hattie McDaniel.
And it would take 51 years before Whoopi Goldberg was standing on that stage again.
Whoopi Goldberg.
The Academy has changed. It's changing for the better.
The Academy's increase in Best Picture nominations, allowing for more international films to get golden tickets. And this year, Ryan Coogler's epic Jim Crow era vampire thriller Sinners grabs a history-making 16 nominations.
The fact that this is fresh intellectual property, that this is a new story that hasn't been told, just goes to show, both critically at the box office and with respect to cultural legacy, that when given the opportunity, people from all walks of life can make lasting images on screen.
Many advocates say the changes don't go deep enough, and the real problem stems long before we get to awards season.
The studios themselves are still led by a very homogenous group of people who aren't always as open-minded to stories that reflect the diversity of this country. The two very most important questions are whose story is being told and who is telling the story.
So what exactly will it mean if Sinners closes out its epic journey with record wins?
This isn't our mom and dad's Academy anymore. When they're going to be voting on their final ballots, they're going to travel down that ballot. They're going to see Sinners marked off 16 times. And how do you just say that meant nothing?
Final ballots are due on Thursday, but of course, we all have to wait another 13 days to find out who takes home this year's top prizes. Robin?
And you know, Kelly, we cannot wait. We were talking about that. But just ahead, we're going to talk about last night's Actors Awards, formerly known as the SAG Awards.
Yep.
Oscars right around the corner, as you said. Do those wins last night, do they have any kind of effect on the Oscar voters?
Absolutely. Listen, those ballots are not due until Thursday. So what's going to happen is that these wins from last night are going to carry into that final momentum. And also, there's been a really great predictor about who's going to take home those big prizes for the acting categories. And in a lot of cases, about 80% that Best Picture win too.
Okay, I remember when you were here for the nominations and you called it about Sinners. Oh, you said it. You said it, Kelly.
I did. Let's see what happens. I can't wait.
We'll see, Kelly. Thank you. And the 98th Oscars air Sunday, March 15th, 7 p.m. Eastern here on ABC, stream live on Hulu.
That's right.
Good to have you back in the studio.
Thank you. It's good to be here. It's really nice to be with you guys. Thank you.
Pop
Thank
news
you
for
for
us?
all you did for us.
Absolutely.
And,
and we're saying this because this is the first time that you're back.
Yes.
Since your mom.
Yep.
You lost your mom.
Yep.
And
don't make me cry.
I know. No. But it's just so good to see you.
Thank you. It feels really good to be here and to be with all of you guys. So thank you. Thank you. My family sends their love.
This for you, Mama.
Yes. Let's bring it home, Mama.
Yeah.
I'm in white because I'm your angel.
Oh.
And we're going to begin Pop News with the road to the Oscars. And one of the big indicators of who may win took place last night, as we just talked about, the Actor Awards, formerly known as the SAG Awards, where actors honor their peers. They love this award, right? And the big winner was, as Kelly guessed it, Sinners, taking home Outstanding Performance by a Cast in a Motion Picture, and Michael B. Jordan winning the award for Best Lead Actor. Hamnet's Jessie Buckley nabbing another award for Best Actress. It certainly feels like this is her year. And in the wide open supporting actor and actress races, Sean Penn winning for his insane performance in One Battle After Another. It's so good. Amy Madigan also winning for her riveting performance as Aunt Gladys in Weapons. Harrison Ford honored for his legendary career with the Lifetime Achievement Award, and a standing O for the late, great Catherine O'Hara for her posthumous win for female actor in a comedy series for the brilliant and funny The Studio. But one of the most fun bits about this award show, they do it every year, is the personalized messages from the nominees about their acting journey. And we just loved Kate Hudson's. Take a look.
I used to get in trouble for daydreaming. I was accused of being disruptive, irreverent, dramatic. I was sent home from school for inappropriate dress. My makeup choices were too distracting. I was boy crazy and too loud when I walked in a room, too opinionated in my ideas. Well, to my great relief, it turns out these are all very marketable skills. My name is Kate Hudson, and I am an actor.
The best part of that fit is behind her brother Oliver. Totally like, yep, that's true. Yep, that's true. And she, of course, is a nominee, and we wish her all the best. We do want to get to this, though. Across the pond, the Brit Awards, celebrating the best and brightest in British and international music. And there she is, Olivia Dean, sweeping with the most awards in the night, winning 4 Brit Awards.
Love this song.
I love that song. It's just so bright and happy, and we do need that right now. Album of the Year, Artist of the Year, that is her. And it was the one and only Harry Styles who stole the show. There he is, giving fans their first live performance of his single Aperture, a taste of what we can expect when he hits the road for his new Together Together World Tour. That kicks off in May in Amsterdam, and we are so close to his new album release. Kiss All the Time, Disco Occasionally. It begins streaming everywhere this Friday, guys. That's Pop News.
I think he has like 30 shows at the Garden.
I know.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Yeah,
Check
me
that
too.
out.
Me too. Maybe more than once.
Yeah, I know. Me too. I didn't want to say that, but yeah, maybe more than once. All right,
Love
thank you,
him.
Lara. It's time now for a special Deals in Steals. And this morning, women run small businesses to kick off Women's History Month. Yes. And Tori Johnson here with some special guests. Let's go, Tori. What we got?
Okay, so we're starting with Butterskin, blockbuster seller making its GMA Deals debut.
That's right. We are the #1 selling skincare brand at Ulta, Macy's, and JCPenney's nationwide.
Wow.
And specifically for melanin skin, specifically for dark spots, hyperpigmentation.
That's right.
Yep.
Dark spots, if you have them, we got you.
Got
All right. So I want to tell you about our Butter Silky Soft towels.
Yeah.
So now it is time to break up with your stinky washcloth. These are single-use hygienic washcloths that they're alternative to your washcloth. And once you finish washing your face with it, guess what you do with it?
Throw it in the garbage.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
And my skin will feel like butter.
Butter, baby.
Along with all of these products,
All of our,
your skin will feel
so
like
we have
butter.
our Supreme Skincare Kit. You want to cleanse, treat, and moisturize.
All in one. You've hooked us up because everything today is 50%
50%
off.
50%. Can't beat that.
Okay.
Thank you, my dear.
Luna Daily. I love this because we are talking about body care for everywhere.
And we mean everywhere.
So we are pH and microbiome balancing, developed with dermatologists and OBGYNs. I have to tell you about our spray to wipe.
Okay.
She's like a shower in a bottle. You simply spray onto skin, onto a piece of toilet tissue, wipe, to instantly refresh skin on the go.
Yeah.
Perfect for post-workout.
Oh, yeah, he needs that to do that wipe. Exactly.
Wipe. So it's perfect for post-workout if you're traveling.
Oh, smells great.
On your period, during a hot flash, you can instantly clean skin all over your body.
And I'll gotta say, the body wash is one of my favorites. This line is fabulous. Everything Slash and Half starts at $6.
Right.
It's a really phenomenal
I
one.
like that. Thank you.
Okay, we're talking wavy, curly, coily hair. You got us covered.
Yes, if you have naturally dry, frizz-prone hair and feel like nothing works, Juicy Styling Duo, it's what I have in my hair right now.
Which everyone's complimenting your hair. It's gorgeous.
Yes, it holds, it defines, it hydrates. And then if you want longer, thicker hair for any hair type, our lengthening and thickening collection.
That's the kit. That biotin, no matter your hair type, but I feel like for your girls.
I was like looking at her hair going, my twins are like all over
These
this.
girls are gonna love it. And Michael, you're in luck. It's gonna be easy on your wallet because everything's slashed in half today.
50% off.
There you go. Okay, Desi Skin, I'm so excited because I watched you launch this line 5 years ago. One product, really kind of personal to treat your own skin.
Yes.
The line has exploded. You now have big beauty awards, big retail distribution, and you brought us bestsellers.
I did. So first off is our Clarico C Vitamin C Serum. If you want brighter...
You gotta put that on his hand.
Yeah, this is amazing.
I need a
so
brighter
the
hand.
reason this formula is so unique is because it makes your skin glow. You actually want to wear it under makeup. It's gonna give you brighter, more even looking skin tone. It's been our bestseller for a reason. The before and afters are incredible. And then we have our Mask On Overnight Mask. This is like a facial overnight. You will wake up with instantly tight, brighter, plumper skin for any special event, one of my favorites. And then lastly,
we got this.
Yes, this is our Do Me Over
hack.
Mist. This is so great for the end of the day when your makeup starts to look a little dry, under eyes. You spritz this. And
we're
it's
good to
going
go.
to refresh. It's
the
amazing.
whole line. Don't believe us? Look at her Instagram
Yeah.
and you will see everything is slashed in half today and you get to be gorgeous like Desi.
And she uses her own
It's
products, right?
fabulous.
Yeah, you see
Okay.
that.
Erin is our youngest founder
Hey,
here.
Erin.
Erin has psoriatic arthritis and you started this line because you couldn't hold traditional beauty products.
Yes, mascara was always very difficult for me to use, so I wanted to make something better. We're the only beauty brand to have the National Arthritis Foundation's ease of use certification. This is for you.
Which is a big deal because so many people have. It could be shaky hands. It could be something that you told me I used to get raccoon eyes from my mascara. Not because if you're shaking, it's impossible to put on anything straight, whether it's mascara, lip liner. Feel this one. Feel the packaging.
No, even like taking the top off of this is so.
Oh, thank you. It's
smooth.
the magnets.
Yeah, it's so smooth.
Yeah, if you're a beginner, if you have shaky hands, or if you're on the go, this is for you.
And it's not just the packaging that's fabulous. The formula's clean, award-winning, lots of awards on these.
Thank you.
This is one for you guys. If you need this, all today slashed in half from Tilt Beauty. Fabulous.
Brilliant.
Fabulous.
Thank you.
And then
Thank you.
finally, I do not travel without my Cadence capsules.
Yep.
Well, I love that because we all know the feeling of leaving home and not having our products with us, our skincare, our supplements, our medication, or worrying, is it gonna leak in my bag? So
That's a big problem.
Yeah, so leak-proof,
Yes.
life-proof.
magnetic, self-organizing. We've sold over 3 million. They're refillable, so you can fill it with anything you need to hold.
And most of us don't have travel size products. You gotta use these, everything slashed in half from Cadence. Don't miss out on this.
I love it. Thank you, Tori. Thank you, ladies. We partnered with these companies on these great deals and products. You can get them at gmadeals.com. Welcome back to GMA, live from New York City. Here's what we've been waiting for, everybody. Zach Braff and Donald Faison. Their hit show Scrubbed is back on TV 25 years.
Well done, sir. Well done. Well done.
I love how you two are shaking hands like you just met. Hey, yeah. Congratulations on the show premiere, fellas. It's been missed, and we're glad it's back. But what does it feel like for you two to be back together?
Well, we never left each other.
Yeah, we're best friends in real life. We spend a lot of time together. We just crack up. We met at the table read of Scrubs in 2000, 25 years ago, and it was love at first sight.
You know, talk about the vibe all the way around, because usually when you're going to the set, you're meeting someone for the first time. That's not the case here. No. And I understand you were a little nervous about directing the first episode.
I did direct the first episode. It was a lot of pressure, you know, bringing everybody back and trying to, you know, we were so nervous. We wanted to deliver for the fans and most importantly, recapture the magic, the same tone of Scrubs. And that was on my shoulders, and I really wanted to deliver.
I was about to say it was really easy for me to come back. but that's all because of this guy right here.
Well, let's take a look. It's so good.
Look, I know I need to get things under control with Elliot, especially now that I'm her boss.
Oh, boy, when you say that to her, it drives her crazy.
She does not like it.
Listen, Carla thinks we need to find new couples friends, so you might want to keep the peace so we can still hang out. Worst case scenario, we annihilate anyone that comes between us.
Yeah.
What exactly are you going to do to anyone who comes between you?
Look, baby, you know you my world, but this right here, I mean, this is the friendship of a lifetime, right?
That really is. I said it's hard to not think of you guys.
That's a T-Mobile face. That's a T-Mobile face.
You know when the wife come up.
Yes. Oh my God.
So we know that this part was easy, the chemistry, but what about the medical jargon? Did you have to brush up on that?
Yeah, I mean, no, it's kind of like someone tells you to quickly memorize a sentence in another language, and we have these amazing nurses that are on set that help us like run it over and over again.
Good.
But yeah, we can do it.
Donald, I told the writers, right away, please don't put any medical jargon for Turk, because
whenever I look at the script, and Donald has a big chunk of medical jargon, I'm like, we're going to be here forever.
So you're not a fan of the medical jargon, but you're a fan of musical.
Whoa!
Hey.
I do like a musical. La La Land is my favorite musical.
Yeah. Well, you gonna dance? Are you gonna dance this time? What we gonna do? You gonna?
No,
dance
I'm not gonna dance.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. Oh, in the show.
Yeah.
I thought you meant right now.
No, in the show, man.
No, he dances.
You're gonna do that too.
He dances. The fans love it when Donald dances. There'll be lots of dancing.
There will be dancing.
Is there like a dream performance number you like?
Well, this was it right here, to be honest with you.
Yeah, his famous Poison dance.
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying. That was a long, look, I can't do that anymore. How about that?
He definitely can.
That was probably the most epic it's ever been.
Yeah,
that's awesome though. I love that.
The funny part of that story is he didn't know he had to do that, and he came in that morning, and they were like, everyone was gathered around, and he was like, why is everyone gathered around? I'm like, you didn't read the script, you're dancing today.
I was like, what's the reason why? Well, first of all, I was late to work. I had been out at the club the night before, hanging out, and I was late to work. And I came in and I didn't know what I was supposed to do. And they were like, "You're dancing." And I was like, "Well, what am I dancing to?" And they said, "Poison," by Belle Biv DeVoe. And I was like, "Well, I was dancing to that last night at the club." So, here we go.
I got that.
So you didn't miss rehearsal?
No, I didn't need a rehearsal. Roll camera.
Yeah. You know what? This is real. This is real right here. You are authentically close friends and have been for 25 years.
Yeah.
I'm godfather to his children. He was married in my backyard. When we get in fights, his wife is the mediator between us.
You know, I knew we were best friends. We rented a loft in New York City after season 1 of Scrubs. And I knew we were best friends when we were up at 1:30 in the morning playing ping pong in our underwear. And I was like, you're my best friend.
Yeah.
You're my guy.
We were like, we wanted, you know, with the movie Big, do you remember he gets like a big apartment? When Donald and I first got Scrubs, we were like, we both had jobs in the city in the summer. We were like, let's get an apartment like they got in Big. And we'll get a ping pong table. Yeah. So we got this big loft, and the only thing in it was 2 beds and a ping pong table.
Like a dude's dream.
Priority. It was great. It was great.
Congrats, guys.
Thank you so much.
Please come again soon.
Thank you for having me.
So happy to have you.
Yes, and be ready to dance next time.
I know.
Well, no.
Well, Scrubs, it airs on Wednesday nights at 8 Eastern on ABC, and it streams the next day on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+. Thank you, fellas, again. Now for the new Lego innovation designed to bring the excitement of Star Wars to new heights. GMA Lifestyle contributor Lori Bergamato is here to tell us all about it. Good morning, Lori.
Good morning. That's right. Big news from Lego that will take your kids and their imaginations to that galaxy far, far away. Lego adding a smart chip to modernize the classic bricks, a major leap being rolled out exclusively with Star Wars.
The
This morning, Lego flying at light speed into a whole new galaxy of play. Yep, that's a Lego Smart Brick making a lightsaber sound, all on its own. And interacting with other Lego pieces too.
I wonder what this button does. I think you've got me.
The game-changing innovation launching exclusively in Lego Star Wars sets. It's called Lego Smart Play, a brand new interactive system that brings Lego sets to life. As seen with these prototypes.
It responds to what you do. It makes your toys play back with you so that you don't just play with them, but they play back.
At the heart of this new tech, a smart brick that's been in development for nearly a decade. With 20 world-first patents, it's packed with sensors to generate light and sound in response to its surroundings.
Whoa, was that a burp? These things can burp?
Here's how it works. The Smart Play system is made up of 3 special pieces that work together. Smart Brick, Smart Tags, and Smart Minifigures.
Place your Smart Brick on top of or close to a Smart Tag and hear it come to life.
This new way to play, now in select Lego Star Wars sets, taking imagination out of this world.
These new Lego features react to your child's creativity in real time, adding new opportunities for storytelling that Lego has always inspired in kids. These Lego Star Wars sets with the Smart Play system are available now. Scan the QR code or go to our website to find out more. Michael?
All right, Lori, thank you for that.
Oh, we're having such a nice time in here this morning. We are here with our friend, Tony Award-winning actor Jesse Tyler Ferguson.
Hi.
Feels like part of our family because you've been here so many years. We all loved him on Modern Family. He's now starring on stage as the famous author and bon vivant, Truman Capote, in the play True, here in New York City. I cannot wait to see it, and thank you for coming back.
Happy to be
here. It feels like
I know,
it's such a reunion.
You
used to be like a weekly fixture on
Truly.
GMA. Like
yeah,
there was a moment
here.
where
I just had
I thought we were
cot.
sharing a dressing room.
I had a cot in the corner, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I want to talk to you about this opportunity, though, because this all started, you did this as like a charity event?
Yeah, I did it as a benefit reading in Morocco a few summers ago, and I enjoyed it so much. I thought, let's try and bring this to New York. It's a really beautiful play. It was done in the 80s. Robert Morse won a Tony Award for it when he did it.
Oh.
And so, it's a really fun challenge.
It's a huge challenge and such a character. I mean, this is an iconic real-life figure that has been played, as you've said.
Brilliantly by so many people.
And you've been a fan of each and every one of them.
Yeah.
So what made you think, you know what, I'm going to do Jesse's take on Truman Capote?
Well, I love the challenge of doing something live for, a group of people every night. I love theater. And, Philip Seymour Hoffman is for me, the ideal Truman Capote. But he also got to do it in little chunks and do it in breaks. He took breaks every 10 minutes and got to rest the voice.
Right.
I have to do this straight for 90 minutes. And so that's a really interesting challenge with the voice.
Because you sing, I know, and it's like a vocal workout to try to get that cadence, I would imagine.
It's
Truman,
as hard as doing a musical, for sure.
How did you just listen to real life recordings of him? How did you do it?
Yes, real life recordings. I did watch other people do him just to sort of see how far you could take it. But at the end of the day, it's about my version of him and also letting myself shine through.
Yeah.
Also, I'm really excited because as an out gay man, it's I'm really excited to play this part. I mean, with all due respect to a lot of these people who've played him before, I mean, they're straight men, and it's really fun to sort of bring my own life experience to this character.
Did you watch Ryan Murphy's?
Of course.
I mean, it was so good.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
They're all great.
They're all great, but now we get your version, and you've said, and I love this, that you're bringing a bit of yourself, as you just said, to it, which I think is going to be very interesting. You think you know the story, you don't know the story, because this is your version of him. And not your first rodeo, as we say. You've done one-man show before. In that one, you played 40 different characters.
40 different parts. So this is great because it's just one.
Yes.
So that's lovely. And it definitely, being in dialogue with yourself on stage makes you feel crazy.
Yeah.
And after I finished that play, Fully Committed was the name name of it. I was like, I'm
remember.
never doing this again.
You did say that.
I did
and
say
here we
that.
are, my
and
friend.
here we are.
And I'm so glad.
I'm doing a big part again, yeah. I have 99% of the dialogue in the show.
And then off to another show that you've, I guess, fantasized about since you were a youth.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about what's happening this summer in London.
Jesus Christ Superstar in London, and I'm playing King
Herod.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, what a role.
It's like the best cameo of all musical theater. I think I'm on for like maybe 4 minutes. I sing a great song, and then I go away.
Perfect.
That's great.
And you get to live in London.
And
with
I live
the
in
kids.
London, and I do, you know, Andrew Lloyd Webber musical. It's a dream come true for me.
Well,
yeah.
congrats. You're on fire, including your podcast, which is so fun.
Thank
and
you.
And most recently, you had on your TV husband, Eric Stonestreet.
I did, yes. It was a really fun reunion.
The chemistry is so real there.
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to get him on the podcast for a very long time. And
why was he playing so hard to get?
He was like, I want everyone on, and then I want to be the last one. I was like, of course you want to make a grand entrance. Such a diva. And he isn't the last one. Ariel Winter still has yet to be on. I will get her on shortly, I promise, yes.
Do you love doing that podcast? Because when I listen to it, that you are in your sweet spot.
I know, I should have you on. I love it. I love taking people out to dinners. It's, you know, all these interviews or conversations take place in restaurants. So you get to hear the waiter come over,
I know.
And I get to have a great meal with
Please,
people I love.
everybody, listen to it. It's so good. It's really perfect, and it's so nice to see that you and the Modern Family are still so tight.
We're so tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about catching lightning in a bottle.
I know. I feel actually, Julie Bowen's gonna be at my opening night of True, which is really exciting. So yeah, I'm super excited. Oh, and I do want to say before you leave me,
away, baby.
I want to announce that True is being extended to May 3rd. Ticket sales have been so great, so we're extending an extra 3 weeks.
Well, then I'll come twice.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Thank you for being here. Just adore you.
So good to see you.
Congratulations on all of your successes.
Thank you.
Love to the family.
Thanks a lot.
And you can see Jesse and True at the House of the Redeemer. It's in New York City right here starting on Friday, and it's an extended run. And coming up next on GMA, Maggie Gyllenhaal is here to talk about her new film, The Bride. We'll have that coming up on GMA. Yes, sign that wall, girl.
What a morning. We're back now with Academy Award nominated actress, producer, writer, director Maggie Gyllenhaal, whose brand new film, The Bride, and yes, there's an exclamation point after that. The story of Frankenstein's bride, and is a film unlike anything you have seen before. Would you please welcome Maggie? We bow to you, our queen. Writer, director, you're going to have to describe this film for folks, because I can't.
Well, I liked your description. The one piece of feedback I keep getting back is that it's new, you know, that it isn't like other films. To me, it's like a roller coaster ride of a love story between two monsters. And to me, I think it's kind of, listen, I think all of us have aspects of just a little streak of something monstrous inside of us. And this movie is a celebration of that.
I love how you described it like that. And I'm leaning in as you're describing it as such. A star-studded, talented cast.
Yeah, amazing
throughout.
actors.
Annette Bening, Penelope Cruz, Christian Bale, your brother,
My
Jake.
husband.
Your husband,
Yeah,
who you've directed before, Peter,
yes,
before.
Yes, I
but
have.
never your brother, Jake.
No, never my brother,
So
Jake.
how was
Although
that?
he says I've been directing him our whole life.
I'm sure he has.
But no, I loved working with my brother. My brother is such a... I mean, he's so funny. You wouldn't always totally know that from some of the movies he does. He's so dramatic and but he's really funny and so talented. And there's nothing like working with family, you know? I mean, if it works, it's really special.
It works. And it's such a talented family, as I've said to you. Jessie Buckley.
Jessie Buckley.
She's
just won the SAG Award last night.
She's the bride.
She's the bride. I want to tell you something.
Okay.
I mean, I worked with her on The Lost Daughter, which was amazing. She's like a kind of an artistic soul sister to me. What she does in this movie, I'm telling you, I mean, we were talking about the trailer, it's like nothing you've ever seen before. I think it's kind of next generation, next level acting. That girl is hot.
And have you worked with her before?
Yeah, in The Last Daughter, we worked together, and I she speaks the same language that I do artistically. I mean, one thing I love about working with actors is that they all speak a different language. And you have to kind of get in and look into their eyes and into their heart and say, how do I speak to you? But Jesse, I speak to like I speak to myself.
Oh, there's a depth to you that I get. I dig. Let's take a look at The Bride right now.
What? We're going to go digging up bodies in Potter's Field? I mean, obviously, a medical cadaver is not an option. And I really don't understand the idea behind using pieces from many different dead bodies. What was the thinking there? And sewing them together. It's grotesque. Dr. Frankenstein's got some sort of fetish.
I think that he was trying to create something beautiful.
Well, that's ironic.
Yeah, well, that's ironic. Oh, my goodness. I was wondering where this comes from. And I read that you got your inspiration. You saw a tattoo.
Yeah.
Someone had the Bride of Frankenstein as a tattoo?
Tattooed on his whole forearm at a party. And I was like, whoa, what is that again? And I went back and watched the original Bride of Frankenstein movie, you know, with the hair, the famous iconic look. And, you know, in that movie, the bride is in it for 2 minutes and she doesn't say one word. And so to me, I was like, I got very curious, like what else might be in this woman's mind after being brought back to life without being asked and told you're here to marry this guy. I just started to think this is an open canvas. I can do whatever I want with this. And in the end, you know, it became, for me, a kind of a celebration of all the parts of all of us, no matter what your hair looks like or what music you listen to, that doesn't fit inside the box. This is like a cracking open of the box that the world has told us we're all supposed to be fitting into.
And I love how you keep using the word celebration. It's a celebration of that. Maggie, thank you. I cannot wait to see it on the big screen. I got the screener and I was like, no.
Filmed for IMAX.
And you're the first woman to produce an IMAX movie right here.
To make it for IMAX, yes.
To make it for IMAX, that is saying something right there. And this is the film for it. Maggie, all the best to you.
Thank you.
Well, everybody know The Bride is in theaters and IMAX nationwide this Friday. Don't walk, run.
Yes, please.
Have a wonderful day, everybody. Thanks for being with us.
Bye.